Hey, thanks for joining us here at Buckeye Barbecue. We're going to do some chicken sandwiches today, but not just any type of chicken sandwich, sort of a take on the chicken bacon ranch sandwich. My wife has made some good homemade bread. We're doing something crazy with the bacon. We're going to add some good seasonings to the chicken and also do a garlic aioli, sort of a ranch style garlic aioli that should go really good on these sandwiches. So thanks again for being here, and we're going to get started. Alright, so I'm going to get the bacon ready for our chicken sandwiches. So I'm just using a ½ pound. That should be enough for us. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to dredge each piece in flour and just get a little coating on it. And then just transfer it to this baking rack that I've got in an aluminum foil covered sheet pan, just to make it easy for cleanup. So we're just going to get all these done this way, and we will come back when we get our chicken ready. Okay, so we've got some chicken thighs laid out here on the rack with the bacon, and I'm going to get them seasoned up. We're going to use How to Barbecue Right's King Craw. I sort of like it. It's a very mild Cajun seasoning. I think it'll make a great sandwich. So I'm just going to start coating the chicken thighs in it. Not super heavy, but we want to know it's there too. And once we get that side, I'll turn over to the good side. And we'll do the other side. And I think I'm actually just going to cook these on the rack. If I find I need to, I'll take them off and throw them directly on the grill grate. We're going to use the Weber smoke fire tonight. I've been using that a lot lately just because it's cold out. And I'm actually getting an offset pit, which I can't wait to get, but I tell you, you can't beat a pellet cooker. You can beat the Weber smoke fire for sure, but you cannot beat a Weber or a pellet cooker in general just to have in your arsenal. They're so convenient. They do give you some smoke flavor, though not as much as an offset, of course, but it's so nice to have. There's so many things you can do on it. It's versatile. All right, there we go. So we're going to get these out at the smoke fire, and we'll see you there in a minute. Okay, so our cooker is up to temperature, which is 350. Probably could go a little bit higher, but I know this cooker sometimes can run a little bit hot. So I backed it down to 350. And we're just going to put our tray of chicken and bacon right dead center and just let it go to work. So we will come back, probably give it at least 30 minutes, and then we'll come back. I'll be prepared to flip everything. What do you see what that flour does to the bacon? Seriously, it's going to be great. We'll be back. So we're going to make kind of a garlic ranch style aioli for our chicken sandwiches. I had about a quarter of the tub of sour cream left, so I'm just going to make this in that tub. And I'm going to add about the same amount of mayonnaise. I'm not measuring. It'll be fine. Okay, and now we will add some garlic paste. I love this garlic paste. Never really had it before, and I got it the other day, and it's almost gone. Going to add a little bit of dill, but not much. I think dill can get overpowering, so I want to be careful with it. Just add a little bit, and then I'm going to add a pretty decent amount of parsley. I would use fresh if I had it, but I don't, and this will work. Alright, and the last thing I'm going to add, just to stay on the same flavor profile, is our King Craw seasoning we used on the chicken. So I'm just going to add, that's probably a teaspoon. So I'm just going to mix this up. We'll see if it needs anything. Oh, the other thing I'm going to add before we get it all mixed up is just a little bit of black pepper. You may end up needing some salt, but with Cajun seasoning we may not, so that's why I'm not adding any until I try it. Looks pretty good, smells good. That is really good. Needs a little bit of salt though. Just a little pinch. And I think instead of adding all of that salt, I'm gonna use just a little more of our Cajun seasoning. It's probably another teaspoon, if that. There we go. We'll see how that is. That will be good on our sandwiches, I think. We'll see you out at the cooker. Okay, tough loss for the Buckeyes today, so I'm gonna drown my sorrows in a rum and Diet Coke. So I have all the ingredients here. I do have a lime wedge, or a lemon wedge. I'm out of lime, so we're gonna go with a lemon tonight, but it'll be fine. So I'm just gonna squeeze it in there, give it a little bit of a twist, and then rim the glass too. By the way, have you seen these new Ball aluminum reusable and recyclable cups? I sort of love them. Got a pack of them, using them now, or for the first time I should say. Gonna do a little Captain Morgan's private stock rum in our drink. And I'm gonna mix it with a whole can of Diet Coke, and the Buckeyes lost today, so we're gonna go with 1.5 ounces. Just dump it in there. And I'm a Diet Coke person, not a Diet Pepsi person. I don't drink as much Diet Coke as I once did, but it still goes great with a little bit of rum and citrus in a drink like this. So there we go, perfect amount of ice, perfect size cup, perfect way to drown the sorrows of the Buckeye loss. That is refreshing, really good. I love Captain Morgan spiced rum. I feel like I could do something with a ham with that rum. That might be in the future. Thanks for being here, everybody. We'll get back to your regularly scheduled chicken sandwich now. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes, and it's Saturday after dusk, so why wouldn't the neighbors have a giant lawn crew in their yard? Pretty typical. So we'll just get through it. Everything looking good. I feel like the bacon is taking longer than the chicken, so I'm gonna flip this chicken over, and then we're going to move this pan over just a little bit because the center is hotter than the sides, so that'll move the chicken a little bit off center and the bacon more over the center. Bacon is looking good though. I'm not gonna flip the bacon yet. I may come back and flip the bacon without you, but you've seen bacon flip before, so I don't think you'll miss much. And otherwise, things are looking good. We'll probably give it another 20 minutes or so and come take a look. Okay, we're gonna start pulling this off. I think we're pretty well done. I'm gonna probably do the bacon first. You'll see I moved it over. The bacon was starting to get done. I don't know if you can see this on the camera or not, but there's like a layer of crust on the bacon from that flour. It's really cool. Really gives a great texture to the bacon. But I'm going to start pulling the bacon off. I'm fine with crispy bacon, but I like it just a little bit pliable. So we're going to pull that off. think this is going to be some great sandwich bacon. And then I'm going to go ahead and take a temp on the chicken. See where we are. It's hard to temp chicken that's so thin. That's saying almost 150, which surprises me a little bit. 153. All right, I'll buy it. 149. All right, so the chicken's not quite ready. I want these to get up to between 165 and 170 would be good. So we're gonna let them keep going. We'll get our bacon inside and we will bring you back shortly. All right, so the chicken probably has 5 to 10 more minutes, but I am going to finish them directly on the grate. A couple reasons for that. One, I just think on the high grate, they'll get a nice finish to them. And two, I've got something I'm going to be doing with the bread that I need the grill space and I need to get this pan out of here. So, but it'll serve two purposes. We'll get this out of the way. And we're putting a little griddle plate down. And what I have here is I've got some bread. It's actually homemade bread that my wife made. You probably can't see this on the camera, but I've got a thin layer of mayonnaise spread on one side, and we are just going to put that side down on the griddle pan and just let the bread toast on that side. It'll brown up nicely. That mayonnaise will work just like butter will and will brown that side up nicely. Now my bread is just a little bit too wide for the pan, so we're not getting great contact on the end pieces, so at some point I'll be coming out to switch some bread positioning around just so we can get good griddle contact with all the pieces. But we will be back shortly and we'll build our sandwich. Okay, we're gonna check the chicken. I have a feeling it's gonna be time to come off. 174, 175, so definitely ready to come off. These are thighs, so they can take that higher temperature. You wouldn't want to cook a chicken breast to that temperature, but these will be just fine. By the way, there were a couple of chef snacks about this size here on the grill. They are gone, and this chicken tastes great. So I don't know if you can see it that well, but it's going to make a great sandwich, I think. So we're going to let our bread keep going, get it toasted up. I'm going to move that to the center, and we'll be back and we'll get these sandwiches built. See you in a few minutes. Okay, let's see if this bread is starting to toast up, especially the center ones, because I think I'm going to have to switch the centers for the outsides. Feels good on this side. Oh, that's great. Yep, let's switch these. Oop, getting a little crusty there on one edge. That's all right. And I'm just going to assume the other ones in the center are the same. I'm sure they'll be fine. There we go. So we'll give it just a couple of minutes, and I probably won't even bring you back here. We'll just take you inside for the sandwich build. So we will be right back. Okay, so we're going to build our sandwich. First of all, I hope you can see that bread and how it's toasted. If you've never used mayonnaise instead of butter on a grilled cheese or any kind of toasted bread like this, you must try it. So first thing we're going to do is open up our aioli we made. Mix it around a little bit. And then I've just got a spreader. I'm going to spread on the non-brown side of the bread. There we go. Okay, how to build a sandwich. Let's go with a piece of lettuce first, maybe even a couple. We'll go with a couple of our pieces of chicken here. And then how about a little tomato? Of course, you can have whatever toppings on this you want. If you're not a tomato person, skip it. If you would rather have something else, make it your own. So I'm going to do 4 pieces of bacon, and then we're going to go ahead and put the aioli on the top piece of bread too. I think it's going to go well with this sandwich. There we go. Okay, boy, that looks good enough to eat. I need a paper towel. All right, so I'm going to cut this in half and we'll try it. One of the best things about this sandwich is going to be this toasted bread, homemade bread, just made today. Boy, that looks really good. So I think I'm going to try this on camera this time. So we'll... Okay, camera battery died at the end of the last clip, but we're just here to try this sandwich, so let's give her a shot. So again, aioli, chicken, lettuce, tomato, bacon. Nothing to object to here. Let's try it. Really good sandwich, great combination of flavors. The Cajun seasoning on the chicken comes through nicely, but not overpowering at all. And the aioli is so good. Homemade bread definitely makes it a great sandwich too. So thanks for joining us here at Buckeye Barbecue. Still nursing a rum and Diet Coke from the Buckeyes lost today, but we'll get over it. And we will see you next time. Do me a favor, like this video and subscribe to the channel. We'd greatly appreciate it. We'll see you next time.